is going on, everyone? Let's just wait for people to come in. And let's get this live started. I know it's been a while. And I have been saying that I am going to start posting videos on trading, on day trading. I am going to start, probably put one out tomorrow. I just want to see if I can get this going first. This new program that my grandson set up for me. See how it works out as far as the videos are concerned, and then I'll start putting out some videos on this stuff. Is anyone there? Let me see if I can get somebody. See if I can get my wife at least to reply to make sure that I am live. So we're going to talk about this bill as well. This is a bill that they are trying to pass right now as we speak. And this has to do with all the BS as far as CARB and their emissions. Okay, I'm on. Okay, good. Yes, I can. All right, cool. So this is a bill that they are trying to pass right now, and this has to do with. But you know what? Before we get started, let me help you guys promote some of these prop firms that you should be trading on. You should be trading with my funded futures. And remember, end of the day, I always get an account that says end of the day. Alright, their platforms are TradingView, Ninja Trade, Trade-Evade, Quant Tower. So yeah, I like Trade-Evade and Ninja Trade. But yeah, if you want to start trading, that's who you want to look into. And then, of course, Boulder Knox always has the best accounts. Right now they don't have no discounts, but they always have a discount. Every month they have a discount. And last but not least, Trade Day, guys. Trade Day. Trade Day is good. They're real good. They're real good. Their platforms are. Let's check out their platforms. Trade-Evade, Ninja Trade, TradingView, Jigsaw, and then they have Trade Day X, which is Project X. So if you like trading on them platforms, that's who to go with. That's who to go with. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright, so let's get back to this bill. This bill is, and I know we all want fast, how should I tell you, fast things to happen, okay? We want things to happen quickly, and that's just not the way the system works. There's a process to it, so little by little, they are getting rid of, these laws that CARB has came up with. And the way I see CARB is just like anything else, You give someone your hand, they want your arm, CARB is just taking it way out there, where it's getting so far that they don't even know reality. That's just the bottom line. because as we all know, how are we gonna buy? I mean, how does it make sense that we're gonna buy a truck and it's only gonna last us so many miles before the one box goes out on us? And we all know once that one box goes out, you're looking at, I don't know, 22,000, 30,000 to get that one box replaced, which does not make sense, But the reality is they keep showing these pictures of the smog over LA back in the 70s, back in the 80s, okay? And some of the people are falling for them pictures, and I'm not saying they're lies. They're not lies. But the thing that they're not telling us is they had ships coming in and out of them ports. I mean, huffing and puffing smog, the emissions. Huffing and puffing smog. And it was all going up in the air, right there in there. The machines that they were working with in the ports, same thing. Huffing and puffing emissions up in the air. Some of the warehouses, some of the refineries that were there in the coast of Long Beach and LA, doing the same thing. I mean, throwing a whole bunch of emissions up in the air, and guess what? CARB came in, put a bunch of regulations on them, and then again, you give a friend your hand, they want your whole arm. That's what CARB has done. They've taken it too far. Now they're bringing it to the cars. Now they brought it over to the diesel industry, the trucking companies. And what else are they going to do? What did they start? The refrigerators, the stoves, the washers, the dryers. I mean, these dudes just don't know when to stop. They're just like anything here in California as far as politicians. They don't know when to stop. Their focus is not on trying to make the air healthier. That is for sure. That's not what they're trying to do. It's just, to me, they have no ending to their stupidity. That's just the way I look at it. And this bill right here is hopefully going to help us out as far as the trucks and the pickup trucks to, hopefully one day delete these systems that, they're useless. They're useless, okay? Because think about what they have done, what CARB has done. In California, you can't drive an older truck, right? Because again, they're talking about their emission BS, right? So we had to get rid of our older trucks. Our 2008 done. We had to sell it, right? As you guys all know, that have been following me for years. We had to get rid of that truck. We sold it to somebody in Texas. And then they came out with DPF filters. Okay? We ran the DPF filters. We huffed and puffed and said, this ain't right, this ain't right. They didn't hear us. They didn't care, right? Again, this is something like anything else, You give somebody your hand, they want your whole arm afterwards. They don't know when to stop. So then they came out with liquid death. All right? Now we're going to put cow piss in our trucks, okay? This is going to liquefy the soot that goes, whatever it is, okay? That's fine, all right? So we're huffing and puffing. Trucking industry is saying, no mas, that's it, man. What the hell are you doing? Relax with these regulations now. Now they came out with electric trucks, Now they're pushing electric trucks. Now they're trying to give out grants. Well, they did give out grants to they're larger companies for electric trucks. Larger companies got a bunch of grants. So if you see an electric truck out there by these big mega companies, it's not because they bought them, okay? They got grants from the government to buy these things, okay? Well, now this administration is saying no more grants for this crap. You know, it's like when Elon Musk came out with his cars. If you guys don't know, Elon Musk did it just like the gas stations did, the refineries did. Okay, they bought their own gas stations. Okay, they didn't ask for the government for money for gas stations. All right, Elon Musk did the same thing for his electric trucks. He asked his investors, "Hey, let's put up some charging stations." So that's what they did. California, being California, one of the crookedest states in the United States, said, "No, we're not going to pay for it. Let's have the feds pay for it." So they've been asking for all these grants, and they've been trying to title these grants under different names, right, to, cover their behind. And this administration said, no, California ain't getting jack. They've been trying to build that train station for almost 12 years, and they barely have any tracks going. So this administration said, no mas, that's it. You're not getting no more grants from us. You're not getting no money for that stupid train that you're trying to build. We're done with that. So I'm kind of glad about that. Okay. So the thing with California is, the ships coming in from other countries were throwing up all this soot up in the air, right? So what California said, what these people up there in Sacramento said, 17 miles or 12 miles, something like that. Before you get to our coast, you have to shut down your engines. If you don't have an electric engine, don't turn it on. Okay? If it's a diesel engine, turn it off. And somehow, some way, we're going to get that ship over to our coast. Okay? That's the way they started. That's the way CARB started. By telling these big old container ships, to shut their stuff down because it was polluting the air. The stuff that they have in the ports, same thing. They had a lot of pollution going on in the air. In the ports. So they worked on that to make it less polluted, and now we are where we're at. Not because they stopped trucking companies from using their old engines. Believe me, it's not because of that. It's because of their ships, their equipment in the ports, their trains. And look what they're doing with their trains as well, okay? So they get an electric train to go into the port. They load it up. It gets maybe 12 miles, 15 miles away from the port. They unhook a diesel locomotive, hooks up to that train, and takes off. That's how they're like trying to cover up their behind with all this emission BS, and their focus now, right? CARB, their focus now is, let's get the diesel trucks, because we are the only ones that are fighting back so much, and they're getting so much feedback from us that, they have no choice but to focus on us. But if we were just lame and just put our heads down and said, okay, let's roll, then they wouldn't have any issues with us. But since we are biting back, they have an issue with us. So they're going full force on the trucking industry, which I think is wrong. But when you guys get a chance, just Google this. Just Google this, and then uh, Google HR 4117 and look at it yourself. Look at it yourself, what it is, what this bill is about. And again, I know we want things to happen today, you know. If it was up to us, it would have happened yesterday. But that's just not the way the system works. It takes time, guys. It takes time, and hopefully by the end of this year, if not the beginning of next year, uh, you know, I am praying that we are done with CARB. We have nothing to do with CARB. I did hear that what they are trying to do to keep CARB alive, because you know, the Democrats are convinced that they are going to take over the presidency, you know, once Trump is done. So they're trying to keep CARB alive by saying, okay, what you guys are going to start doing now is start checking brakes, right? Because now the dust from our brakes is bad for our health, right? It's bad for them Karens down there in LA, in the LA area, you know. So in order to keep CARB alive, that's what they are trying to do, you know. But hopefully they can't hang all 4 years. Hopefully they run out of money, and you know, they just become a thing of the past. Because we all know it's not for our health that these CARB people are doing what they're doing, right? They make us pay them $30. Then we have to go pay for this small check that they want us to check. And then they're threatening us that they're not going to give us our registration if we don't do the small checks. They're also threatening us with reporting us to every broker in the world, so we won't get no freight if we don't do a small check. They're threatening people in the ports. You will not be able to go into the ports unless you get your truck smoked. They're saying if your truck has over 500,000 or 600,000, regardless of the year of your truck, you're not going to be able to go into the ports. So all these threats CARB has put in front of the trucking industry to put fear in us, so we can abide by their ridiculous rules. And I say it again and again and again. These people are like anything else here in California. You give them a little, they come back and they want it all. They don't just want a little piece of pie. They want the whole damn pie. They don't know when to stop, you know. So when you guys get a chance, go check this out. Google it yourself and look into it. Look into it. This is, you know, they're trying to give the Democrats a little bit in the bill to get this passed. But again, be patient. Be patient, guys, because this is not going to happen overnight, you know. These Republicans are trying to make it to where they go through all the steps in the court system, so California or any other state doesn't, you know, try to enforce their own rules, because that's pretty much what California did. They put CARB into effect, and without going through the steps, they just made it a rule, you know. Okay, CARB is going to be the ruler of the state when it comes to emissions, you know. So they've messed everything up. But yeah, guys, when you guys get a chance, go check this out. Google them, and hopefully you guys will get something out of it. They're not trying to hide it from us. They are showing us exactly what's in the bill. and it'll, you just go through the whole damn thing. It'll tell you exactly what they are trying to do. I mean, first paragraph, fuel emissions regulations increases costs for consumers and manufacturers. Come on, man. Common sense will tell you that. And then they're trying to say if you go electric, well, that's what the Democrats are trying to push, and CARB, that if you go electric, that it's cheaper. It's a cheaper cost. Is that true? I don't know. I don't own an electric truck, and I talk to these drivers that are driving these electric trucks, and they like them. They like them because they're smooth. They're a smooth ride. They're quiet. The only thing they don't like is you can only drive so much, and then you're done. You gotta go park it, charge it, jump in another truck if they have another truck available, or wait till your truck gets fully charged, or call it a day. Them are the only three options you have, as far as an electric truck. So, I mean, CARB has just over-welcomed themselves, put it that way. They've over-welcomed themselves, and they've taken it too far. And they put on blinders for who they are hurting. Their thing is, let's sell these electric trucks to the mega companies. Let's lease them out to the mega companies. Let the mega companies put their 580,000 miles, and then we'll sell them to the owner operators, to the small mom and pop companies, and we'll just flip them like that. We'll just overturn everything. We'll get diesel out, and we'll just electrify everything. Believe me, guys, this is a non-stop cycle. These people have no ending to their stupidity. Anything here in California is just, it's a revolving door. It's just stupidity after stupidity, and they cannot see their stupidity. It's just it's just crazy. So, bench trucking, those electric trucks don't like heavy loads or hills. You drive an electric truck, bench trucking? But I thought them electric trucks had a lot of power, and if they had a heavy load, they push that load up that hill like nothing. I thought at least that's what I hear from these guys that I catch driving electric trucks. That's what they are saying. They have a lot of power. Instead of putting that, let me just put some of the bill up here in case you guys want to zoom into the video and read it. But yeah, guys, just look into this bill. Check it out yourselves. You don't have to second guess what's going on as far as CARB is concerned in California and in these other states that CARB pushes their stupidity on. Just look at the bill. See what they are trying to do to eliminate CARB's stupidity, because that's what it is. It is stupidity, and we all know this. I don't think there's one truck driver, one owner op that thinks differently. Everybody's got their finger on the trigger to delete their trucks. That's what everybody's waiting for, for them to get the okay to delete these trucks and, finally take that bill out of their hands. Because this system right here, this one box, Oh man, it is. It's a pain in the ass. It is a pain in the ass. I got truckers calling me at least twice a week, 3 times a week, because there's something wrong with their trucks, and it all has to do with the EGR, with the one box, with something in the def, something in the liquid, something in their filters, some kind of stupid sensor that's connected to the one box. It is freaking ridiculous. The Black Rose. Hey Vic, you ever notice the guys driving those Tesla trucks? They look like they're brain dead zombies staring out that big old windshield. You know what, Black Rose? I have not seen a Tesla truck out there. I haven't seen one, but I've seen them in commercials. Sorry about that. I seen them on commercials. I see them on the internet, but me personally, I haven't seen one out there. What I do see a lot is that flat nose electric truck here in Southern California. What's it called? I forgot the name of it. But yeah, there's one company that I see a lot. They're off the 215 freeway. They have a bunch of their trucks parked there. And then of course NFI. I've seen a lot of their Freightliners, their little day cabs, electric trucks on the freeway. But Tesla, I haven't seen it. But again, guys, I can't stress enough, just give it some time. Give it some time. This is not going to happen overnight, what this administration is trying to do. But it's eventually they'll get down to the nitty gritty. I see them all the time in the Bay Area, Sacramento area. And Black Rose, are they struggling the way bench trucking is saying? Are they struggling going up them hills? Because I know the Bay Area's got a lot of hills, right? Are they struggling loaded going up them hills? But anywho, back to the subject. Give it time, guys. Give it time. Let's just cross our fingers that CARB does become a thing of the past, and they can't hang without being funded for the next 4 years. It's gonna take a lot of money to fund them scums, and without no federal funding, then I don't think California itself has the money to fund CARB with everything that they got going right now. All their corruption finally coming to an end, because now they're scrambling for money for funding, and this administration ain't giving them a dime, which is real good. Nope, they go fast. They take off faster too. Yeah. I've seen them trucks. They got some power. That is for sure. So, yeah, I'm hoping that that's the future for CARB. Is the back seat. Nowhere in the back seat, in the trunk, hanging by a bumper. But I'm hoping within the next 4 years, these scums are gone. They're done. Because they took it too far. This is outrageous what they are doing to the trucks. It makes no damn sense. Okay. Warehouses are being pushed to, if they have a choice of taking a mega company that has electric trucks, to have them haul their freight instead of an owner op or a small mom and pop that doesn't have an electric truck. That's what warehouses are being pushed to do right now. The reason why I'm saying that is because I know someone that owns a warehouse and he gets these emails all the time, and he talks to me about it. And his thing is, I don't know how much of a future diesel trucks have with these people up in Sacramento trying to push us warehouses to only use electric trucks, fleets that have electric trucks. That is where it's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. These guys are going behind our backs, trying to tell these customers if they don't have an electric truck, try to deal with somebody that has an electric truck. Environmental reasons. That's what they are saying. But we all know they're not environmental reasons. These are just stupidities that they have come up with. Let's see what it says here. A state or political submission thereof may not enforce or maintain any fuel emission standards for motor vehicles. That'd be nice. Bench Trucking says it belongs in the trash can. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Section 4. Look at that. Look what it says right there. A state or political subdivision thereof may not enforce or maintain any fuel emission standard for motor vehicles. Any federal or state law regulation established fuel emission standards for motor vehicles is hereby shall have no force or effect. Man. Yeah, so we are, well, I'm hoping stuff like that keeps getting processed so it can help the trucking industry out, because we need help. We need help. I mean, it's bad enough right now with all the tariffs and stuff that freight has really slowed down. Has this administration helped us? I don't see no difference, Everything's still the same. But again, Trump did say, we're going to go through a rough patch. It's just, we've been going through a rough patch for the last 4 years. What the hell? When my wife asked me last night, did you see this administration helping us in any form or way? And yeah, it's true. I haven't seen it. But I'm trying to be patient and I'm trying to stay positive, because the tariffs do have to come to an end and somebody has to agree. Somebody has to be a winner. Somebody's got to be a loser. And I don't think we are going to be the losers. But we just have to be patient. Just like this bill right here, and plenty of more bills that are coming into effect. Because like I said, this administration is going by the law. They're taking every little step that they can through the system to make sure that none of these states do the same thing that California did, which come up with a group of people, called them CARB, and said, you guys are the new law of the land for emissions, So they're trying to go through their process to make sure that this never happens again, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, So this won't be the end of these bills. There's more bills to come. Little by little, they're going to keep working where they just eliminate all the philosophy that these people here in California have put into place on us, without us, the voters, voting on none of this stuff, which is something good, something good. They just think they're the head honchos and they don't need to ask permission from no one. And somebody has finally stepped up to the plate and put a stop to their BS. So, But again, be patient. Be patient. It's gonna happen, guys. It's just a matter of just being patient. I know the freight is not that great right now. The rates are not that great either. But nothing has changed from 4 years to now. Am I correct? Everything's still the same. So you are complaining for something that has not changed in the last 4 years. Okay? And right now we're just wishing on a star that it finally comes to an end. And is it gonna happen? I don't know. But let's hope it does. Gus, what does Gus say? If every truck was electrified, you would need so much added wiring to the electric load. Yeah, you're right, Gus. You're right. Not only that, Gus, the electric trucks they're heavy. Them sons of biscuits are heavy. Have you seen what that chassis looks like when they have all them batteries on? That son of biscuit is heavy. So the max a diesel truck can haul, an electric truck can't haul that max. It's too much weight. They'll be overweight. DOT is going through it as far as weight. They're pulling over electric trucks because they're overweight, but not on the load, on the stupid truck. So it's just something that, again, CARB just is they're just getting out of hand with this stuff. Serious. They're getting out of hand, we gave them a little bit, now they want the whole pie, That's the best way that I can put it. That these sons of biscuits don't know when to stop. That is for sure. Let me show you. Let me put this up in case you guys read that other part already. If you guys want to zoom in on the video and read the rest of that stuff, I'll leave it up. But again, you can Google it yourself and you can look it up. Just look up that code. Bench trucking, 3-axle day cab for an electric truck. Just the truck. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a heavy truck. It's a heavy truck, bench trucking. I know that. It is a heavy truck. I've talked to, numerous of people that are driving these trucks, and yeah, they do say that. It's a heavy truck. You don't feel it because it's got so much power, but it is a heavy truck. Which, I mean, it's bad enough that we are tearing up the roads. Now they're bringing a heavier truck onto the road. And what are they going to do next? I don't even want to say it in case they're watching, because then they'll probably try to put it in their bill to tax the trucking industry more. But I want to say it anyways. What do they want us to do? Pay more road taxes because of these electric trucks? They're so full of... Oh, man. It's hard. It's hard. And for anybody else that's watching this video that's not watching it right now, but they're going to watch the replay, don't ask me, with all the complaining that you're doing and you live in California, why haven't you moved out of California? Don't ask me that, okay? Because somebody's got to be here to nag and bitch about what they are doing, and hopefully we can get somebody's ear to hear us out that this is not right. If we ran away from all the problems, there'd be no solutions. Nobody would be back there to fix them. And I can't say I'm gonna fix it, but I'm trying to do my best to try to fix it. If making videos and bitching and complaining about this CARB BS is gonna do it, then I'm gonna keep making these videos. So do yourself a favor. Don't put that in the comments, because that is just ridiculous. Okay. All right, let's go on to something else here. In case you guys are zooming in, I'm just trying to show you guys what the rest of this article is about, so you guys can see it yourself and read it. You know, zoom in on it and read it, and hopefully this bill passes and we can get the ball rolling. There you go, bench trucking. Yeah, my grandkids live here, so I ain't going nowhere. And sons of bitches, I can't leave them behind. So yeah, guys, all I can tell you guys is be patient. Be patient. Is it all gonna go away? I can't promise you guys that. I can only give you guys updates as it goes along. You know, bills like this do help our industry, do help us owner operators, small fleets. It helps us all. You know, if we can eliminate CARB once and for all, oh man, that'd be a blessing in the sky. Is it gonna happen anytime soon? It's not gonna happen overnight. You know, we just have to be patient. Has anything changed? I'm gonna answer all this before you guys throw it out there. You know, if you're looking on a replay, has Trump done anything? You know, has this administration done anything? Not yet. Not yet. You know, we haven't felt it. You know, we're still 4 years ago. We're still in that same mode right now. You know, the economy is still messed up. Prices are still high everywhere you look, everywhere you pay. Yes, yes. Is it gonna get better? I don't know. But every Democrat that's been in the office, this is the lie they pitched us, to live this expensive lifestyle. But we're okay. We're okay. The economy's good. You know, rates are good. That's the lie that they have pitched us. This guy told us you're gonna suffer a little bit. So here we are. We ain't changed from 4 years ago. We're still in that same mode. So we'll see what happens, guys. We will see what happens. All right, fellas. Well, thank you everybody who checked in, which is just 2 people, 3 people. Thank you, Black Rose, Bench Trucking, and Gus. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. And again, go to Google it, and it's all there, guys. You know, I'm not pitching you a lie. Just Google HR 4117, and you guys can see it for yourselves. All right. Well, if you guys are out there driving, drive safe.